This is another example of attribute control chart. Now this one is for the campus security, the university I work for, Minnesota State University, Mankato. And one place it says MSU, another place it says MNSU. They kind of both applies. So its problem says that you got 2,000 doors that security people check every night, and then once in a while they get some doors are unlocked and some are locked, so they don't want this door to be unlocked or unsecured, so create some safety issues. So the question says what type of control set is the most appropriate. Now every single time I ask a question on a attribute chart, the first question is what's the most appropriate chart. So you have to pick the right chart for this particular application. You can always play in Minitab to create bunch of different charts and kind of answer after you create all this. Now in this case, if you remember the Poisson distribution history of the Poisson distribution, typically the Poisson charts or C chart or U chart is created for a large inspection. For example, a large aeroplane, before it flies, maybe it does 1,000-point inspection. A large ship, before it sell it to the ocean, is probably check couple of hundred different things. Maybe for a car, you take it to a mechanic or oil change, they do a 50-point or 60-point inspection. So when the inspection is done on a large piece of equipment like this, for example the MSU campus, then it's a traditional perfect Poisson situation. So the security guys are going door to door. They don't know when and how many doors will be unlocked in each night. So this is a perfect Poisson situation. However, you should check all these graphs in Minitab. So I have created, you can also do it very quickly in Excel. Probably it takes about the same clicks as Minitab. It's not that complicated to produce it in Excel. So when you go to the quality tool, control charts, attribute control chart, of course this is attribute, it's a quality whether secured or unsecured. So let's create the most appropriate, which is C chart first. So this is the C chart look like. Now let's create the next most appropriate, maybe NP chart or U chart. Let's do NP chart. In some cases there might not be any difference. In this particular case there is no difference. If you do an NP chart, it will still, because it's NP, it's going to calculate the proportions. It will ask for the sample size. Hit OK. So that's the samples, the NP chart. If you look at these two graphs, they are exact same. The upper control line, lower control line, the the center line, which is the process capability. So they're exact same. So every 2,000 doors, about 30 doors are unlocked on an average in each night. Now if you look at so these are the NP chart and P chart. It's difficult to easy to understand how many doors are unlocked. So when the security office want to see, they say okay, the total 30 doors are found unlocked on an average each night at MSU campus. So it's kind of easy to say. Now if you are interested in proportion or percentage, you can always create the P chart or U chart. So just to create P chart, do the sample size. This will give you the proportion of the door that was unlocked on an average daily basis. Let's create the U chart. There will be no difference, looking exactly the same. 2,000 doors. So here is the chart. They look exact same. The control lines are same. So on an average about 1.5% doors are unlocked any random night, and then the control line came about 22% door, and then the lower control came only 0.6%, or what? That's less than that actually. It's about that's 0.7% lower control line. So the answer to this question simply would be a C chart would be the most appropriate. Then is a revise chart. There is no points are out of control, so we don't really revise it. We don't need to revise this, so this is okay. So the revised chart and not revised chart is okay. My computer froze. What's going on? Alright, so go back to the question. So we did the revised chart. How is the security system is performing is basically asking the process capability, C value. If you look at the process center line, so that's the process capability. On an average, 1.5% door is unlocked. If you want to talk about that 2,000 doors, out of 2,000 doors, about 30 doors are unlocked every night. So that's the process performance or capability. Is there any other chart? You could actually do any chart for this particular case. If you want to present it a number, 30 out of 2000, or if you want to present it in a percentage or proportion. So mostly all charts are kind of appropriate for this. So this is not really a, what else? Oh, that's a different question. So that's it about this question.